Hi, I'm Jason from Endless Wave Dynamics, where I'll be on the front line of your creative business battles. In today's episode, I'm interviewing my good friend, Charlie Mcging. He's a personal fitness and nutrition coach and runs an awesome YouTube channel that's packed full of incredible advice to get you on the right track with your health, strength, energy, and focus. Originally from London, Charlie has spent the last few years in Sheffield studying biomedical engineering, all the while running his business as a personal trainer. He now lives in Barcelona and most recently lived here in Krakow for a month. I've never met anyone quite as committed to nutrition and the foods that he consumes and how he uses that energy to achieve big gym goals as what he does. So while he was here, I was keen to soak up as much knowledge as I could from someone who was effectively a master at getting the body to work optimally. We're going to be talking about establishing your energy baseline and improving it by fueling your body with the right nutrition and supplements, then purposely stressing your body with exercise while repairing it with the right kinds of recovery. We're also chatting about putting priorities in place by using an exercise called the life quadrant exercise and focusing in on what gives you the most energy to feed all the other quadrants. Also, an important topic, motivation versus commitment, how your first attempts at something always feels like a chore and what we can do to move forward instead of waiting for motivation to show up. We're also going to be chatting about the importance of finding good mentors and coaches and what it means to shave off hours, days, months, and even years of your education and development. Charlie's going to be explaining everything from eating healthy greens, reishi mushrooms, ginseng, pure green teas, plus he's giving away one of the fitness industry's best kept secrets. So enjoy this one with Charlie Mcging. Hiya, I'm Jason from Endless Wave Dynamics. I'm here with my good friend Charlie Mcging from Charlie Mcging Fitness. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Charlie?
Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm Charlie Mcging and I run a small company where I help coach people to improve their fitness, improve their health through exercise, nutrition, etc. So I do videos and stuff, explaining how they can improve their nutrition and exercise to kind of achieve the body they want.
Cool. So, and you're running that through a YouTube channel and through personal Skype coaching, and we're working from anywhere in the world on a laptop, out of any gym that you can get in.
We're here in Krakow right now.
So what I'm really interested in, Charlie, is this idea that as entrepreneurs, as business people, as creative people that are wanting to get into business, energy levels are really important. Energy levels and being able to focus and being able to concentrate, it's a real tough one. And sometimes you've not got the energy to do it. You don't feel motivated to do something. Let's talk about energy levels and how we can balance that by different ideas with nutrition. I know something that you really specialize in is not just the pushing the weights, but getting behind how your body repairs itself, how you fuel yourself. It's all important. So tell us a little about that kind of stuff.
Okay, so both nutrition and the exercise is going to come into that. In terms of the exercise, it's kind of a balance because you don't want to, if your main focus is business, you don't want to overexert yourself so you don't actually have any energy left for running your business. But then if you do some exercise, cardio, and some weights and stuff, can help to increase your focus, testosterone, and build your energy levels. So with a combination of the exercise and the right nutrition, you can kind of get to like a better energy level than you did if you didn't do it. But then if you overexert yourself, then you can be worse. So you have to get like the right balance.
You're constantly upping your baseline of energy by upping cardio, by upping nutrition, by upping your muscle strength, your physical strength.
Yeah, for sure. And like the nutrition side, especially if you get that right with your exercise, can really increase that baseline level. Especially with the nutrition stuff in combination, because say if you're doing loads and loads of cardio or loads of weights and stuff, but you're not eating enough, or you're putting excess amount of stress on your body without like the roots and the grounding of the nutrition to kind of give you that energy to do that and protect your body from that stress, then your baseline levels can go down. So you need to be able to cover the nutrition and do things right like that in order to increase them levels, and then you get the extra added benefit of the focus and things like that, and the endorphins.
So where can we start with this then? Where can we start with? You've got a client that comes in and is never even given proper alpha heating or even exercise a thought. They just say a musician, they're just an artist, they're just a web developer, they're just one of these creative fields. They've got no idea where to even start with this kind of stuff.
Obviously, you want to build it in slowly, you know. At the beginning, it's going to be a little bit of an added stress to your body because you're going to be using that motivation to change your habits of, you know, eating healthy and going to the gym and stuff. So I would start small, you know, like just a few times a week going down the gym. So you're fully recovered for the next time. You're probably going to be aching and stuff the next day, or maybe for even a few days afterwards. So just making sure that you're slowly building it up. And then in terms of what you actually do in the gym, maybe like about 45 minutes weights and then about 20 minutes cardio, something like that. That's really going to help with your energy levels and not overstrain you. And then with nutrition, you know, the main thing is calories. And then, you know, the small things on top, it's like a pyramid, you know. So the base is your calories. You want to make sure that you're eating the same amount of calories each day. If you want to lose weight, like a little bit less calories. And then if you want to gain weight, a bit more calories. But you want to be eating the same amount of calories each day. So your body's constantly getting the same amount of fuel to kind of work with. A lot of people, what they do is they'll do, you know, one day where they eat loads and loads of calories and then, you know, they feel like overly tired and things like that. And then other days they won't eat enough calories. And so, you know, their body like doesn't have enough energy. And then so the next day they're tired, demotivated, etc. So you want to be getting calories first and then the exercise and stuff. And then you build in like the extra, like the healthy stuff, like adding greens to each meal, making sure you get like the healthy fats and the right food choices and stuff. They're going to give you like sustained energy over a long period.
Because I guess if you're varying your meals to such an extent, that's really knocking that baseline of energy. You're going to be different each day. Your body's going to be collapsing in on itself almost. Can you talk to me a bit about that? Is it like valuable to have a certain kind of diet that will work?
So some people might work very well off, you know, some food types, whereas other people might work better off other food types. Obviously, there's like a good range of things that works for everyone. Like you know, like lots of greens, making sure you get healthy fats and keeping your blood sugar levels and things like that stable. For like focus and energy stuff, you kind of want to keep insulin low. You don't want like huge amounts of insulin in your body because it can kind of cause a lot of inflammation and causes your brain to like not really work properly.
And what about drinking, staying hydrated? Most people don't even drink enough water. Like as simple as that can be to make a change towards your focus. It's like you've got so many hours worth of focus in you. You need to be drinking lots of water.
It's probably the one thing that people aren't doing that's going to make the biggest difference in terms of you know, focus, you know, how their brain works and energy levels and everything, you know. So a lot of the time, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling like demotivated and stuff, it's actually you're just dehydrated. And, you know, people don't really understand what water does. So, you know, when you drink some water, they're just like, oh, stay hydrated. But what it does is it adds volume to your blood. So if you drink more water, then you have more blood going around in your system. And if you have more blood, then what happens is, you know, your blood can effectively nourish, you know, every area of your body and especially your brain, you know. So if you're feeling tired, demotivated, not focused and stuff, you know, you probably need to drink some water so your body can properly pump that blood, get all that nutrition to your brain, and so you can focus and work properly.
And most people don't even realize that's an issue because they've set their baseline so low. They've got used to that fact of feeling lethargic, tired, drained, and they think that's just normal. Whereas just like maybe even 2 weeks just drinking 3 liters of water every day, making sure that you've got that going in, it's going to totally change your baseline. It's going to jump you up in energy. And then you start adding these other things like, say, greens, healthy fats, maybe a little less of the sugary type of meals. you're totally going to change that whole energy perspective. What else can we balance that with as well? Like, I'm a fan of having green tea, adding green tea to this water. It's nice.
It's nice.
Is the benefits from that? Is the benefits from maybe having green tea and other kind of supplements to his diet?
Yeah, for sure. I find like a lot of people don't actually believe in supplements, they don't believe they work and stuff. But, there's a lot of research gone into supplements now and the kind of benefits of them. So, things like green tea, things like ginseng and kind of stress supplements and memory supplements, even things like, different mushrooms and stuff like lion's mane, reishi mushroom, things like that, can really kind of boost your performance, your memory, and kind of allow you to, to really perform at your best. So if you're kind of interested in that, like, I would have a look through examine.com, have a look and see what supplements give the best effects and which ones have been researched to provide, the best effects. And if you're taking a new supplement, research what it's meant to do. Like, people just take a supplement, they'll take like reishi or something like that, and they'll be like, oh yeah, mate, it didn't work, didn't do anything. It's like, do you know what it's meant to do?
Yeah.
And they don't even know. So understand what it is that the supplement's meant to do, so you can kind of like track that and see if it actually does have an effect.
I think anything when it comes to medicating your body, you want to be checking this out professionally, or at least doing a lot of research. Don't be blaming me for taking the wrong tablet.
Yeah.
So it's all your own responsibility, that one. But like things like caffeine have great effects, and that's why people medicate themselves with caffeine, don't they? But like then you've obviously got the crash of drinking bad coffee. I mean, there's lots of different research gone into all this stuff with bulletproof coffee, and then there's also like other caffeine pills that you can take that do the same thing without the kind of crashes. And it's all things that are going to enable your cognition and enable your functioning to be on a much higher level than, just as a supplement.
Yeah, for sure. And things like green tea and stuff is a really good form of that caffeine. It's much less harsh than the adrenals. And it gives you that energy over a longer period just because of how it's like a different type of caffeine molecule than something like coffee that will give you a huge spike and a crash. Plus as well, green tea has a molecule called theanine, which helps protect from the bad effects of the caffeine, helps you kind of put you into them like alpha waves of thinking, which are going to give you that better focus and kind of, give you a lot of benefits in terms of your performance.
And is that the same with pu'er tea?
Pu'er works in a different type of way. It's similar with the pu'er tea. The caffeine molecule is similar. It's probably even more kind of longer lasting than green tea. But then the molecule in that is GABA. So it's a neurotransmitter in your brain. And so that helps to like calm and relax you and helps with memory and stuff as well. So it's kind of a similar effect, but just using, because of the natural molecules in there, it gives you like a slightly... does it in a slightly different way.
Amazing. So with that's a lot of mental tips that we've just gained, like things that can improve our cognition in our brain. I'm a strong advocate that your body follows your mind and your mind follows your body. Sometimes it's going to be a case where you're not feeling like you want to go to the gym. You don't want to exert any physical energy because you've got no mental energy. But really, it also works the other way around. So a good way, in my opinion, is to actually go do that little bit of exercise, and you will start feeling better because your mind's going to follow your body as well as your body following your mind. It's going to work both ways. Go do some exercise for a while, and then you're going to start feeling good about yourself, and you're going to start feeling motivated.
In terms of the motivation and things like that, it does work both ways. So if you're feeling very tired and demotivated and stuff, especially like when I feel really like in a bad headspace, then if I just go to the gym, even if it's a small workout, really helps to turn things around, like get you motivated and on the right path again, rather than, just sitting in your room worrying about whatever thing's happening at that moment. Really helps to clear you out and allow you to focus on, what is important.
Mm-hmm.
So it does help with that, remotivating and stuff as well. If you go to the gym, building up that habit, is going to allow that motivation to kind of build.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm sure that motivation is kind of something that you build. It's not just, something that you have or that you don't have. So this is going to be like an extra thing to help you spiral up, like your fitness and your nutrition as well.
For me, I think that motivation shouldn't be your starting block. Like, most people look at motivation as a starting block to go do something. And I guess that's why, we're end of January now. I'm presuming that everyone who's made that commitment in January 1st to go to the gym or whatever, most people are dying off that right now because they've lost that motivation that was there when they said and made that that supposed commitment has literally gone out the door now. It's become that they're still looking for that motivation to go start. That motivation is not there anymore. So it shouldn't ever be used as a starting block. You should use commitment as a starting block. You should use a goal setting and your target in that goal to be the thing that makes you walk out the door. You need that fixed property, not motivation that's so fluid, because motivation really is just a feeling. It's something that works on the chimp part of our brain that operates our ego and operates all those evolutionary traits within us. That's where motivation's coming from. It's not even from the logical side, where what is from the logical side of your brain, the human part of you, that's definitely going to be that commitment, that target to that goal, that I've got to step out inside the door to go do this. And then once you get there, you might feel happy about it. You'll start feeling happy about it, and you'll start feeling happy and more motivated from that to go do something else, like start writing your code for hours, so.
For sure.
I noticed that you go to gym pretty late. Most people go to the gym pretty early. Is there any reason for that?
It's just where I am at the moment. So when I wake up, I'm doing a lot of work on my business and things like that. As soon as I wake up, because it's, I believe in doing the thing that is most important first. So at the moment, business is most important for me. So I'm getting that done first. And then gym comes, like later on in the day. There is a lot of benefits to doing the gym in the morning though. And I actually do prefer to do it in the morning when, if I wake up early and, I've got enough time in the day. What I'll do is I'll just get up, eat, go. And then what happens is after you work out, you feel really good. You have endorphins and stuff, and your focus is really good for like multiple hours after that. So it can be a really good thing to just wake up, go to the gym, and then carry on and do the rest of your work, because you'll be in a better mood while you're doing the work, and you may perform actually better.
That's what I think as well. I definitely agree with that. It's just, I guess it's working with your timetable and allowing for other things to take priority sometimes. I'm a firm believer of these like quadrants that you can have in life, that if you split all areas of your life into 4 different sections, and if you were to put, say, health and fitness into one, if you were to put business and your finances and work into another, if you were to put family and friends and other kind of relationships into that, and then in the 4th one, if you put like dating and like spousal partner type relationships, sexual type of relationships in that other one, and you've got like literally a 4 different squares that all prop each other up in your life. I think sometimes you have to take a priority towards one or the other a little bit more so than whatever, but you've also got to make sure that you balance back into these other things. But having that core baseline, like what we've been talking about of energy, will allow you to tackle all these 4 areas. So it's a really good idea to start out with the healthy eating, the exercise, and all these things that are going to really prop up these other areas of your life.
For sure, man. I mean, like, you only have so much time in the day. You only have so much energy to spend. So although health and fitness is a quadrant in terms of, you want to live long and you want to have a good body and be healthy and things like that. But not only is it a quadrant, but it's also a grounding, for the other sides to kind of be better, because it's an energy building thing. If you do it in the right way, then it means you can put a lot more energy into the other areas, and so the other areas are going to grow because of it, and it shouldn't really take away from the other areas, it should add to it.
And what other things can we get from it, like maybe discipline?
So to be successful in the gym, you have to build discipline. So if you become successful in the gym and you help to build that discipline skill, because it is like a kind of skill, it's kind of like muscle at the end of the day, you can apply that to different areas of your life, and you can kind of, it's one of them universal rules, you know, you learn a lot from the gym in terms of like it being a kind of path to mastery, and discipline is one of them. It's one of them universal principles that's going to help you with all areas. So once you see results in the gym from being disciplined, you realize, oh, okay, like if I want to get good at business, I have to keep doing these same things every day, and I have to you know, or stick this amount of time to it every day or whatever you set yourself, and that is going to help with my success.
Sometimes it's difficult to do that on your own, and this is why I've been helping people in the creative areas. This is why you're helping people tackle this area with health and nutrition. Sometimes having a mentor, having a coach can just make the world a difference.
So yeah, I mean, in terms of you know, Jason and what he provides as well, I mean, the mindset stuff, the development, self-development and things that he's taught me, you know, have really helped me in you know, big areas of my life. And so watching this stuff and kind of these interviews and kind of listening to what he says, you know, is really like going to help you in terms of you know, a lot of areas of your life, and you know, especially like the creative kind of things that you can improve on.
Thanks for that, man. Cool. What are the kind of things that that your clients are missing out on before they come to you, and what are the kind of things that are put in place when they start their programs with you?
Yeah. So, you know, you were talking about the people in January going, and then they have that motivation initially to kind of get a good body and get in shape and stuff like that. And then after a few weeks, their motivation goes, they stop going to the gym and things like that, and it kind of dies out. Now, the big thing if you come on a program is not only, you know, do you have a group of people that are also doing it with you, so that helps to motivate you, but it actually gives you the tools that you need to be able to progress fast in that area and to really progress weekly in that area. So you need motivation to start at the beginning, but then what happens is as you progress and as you get better at it, you see the differences, and then that becomes, you know, that adds onto your motivation. You don't need to muster that from anywhere, it just comes. So getting the right tools that you need, like a good diet, a good training program, not only is it going to knock off, you know, months and years off your learning time and off your gym memberships, supplements, wasting time, not getting the results you want, it's going to allow you to build that motivation yourself through getting good results.
I've set up Endless Wave Dynamics in the first place because I don't want people to lose out on the 10 years of my business failings within the creative industries. It's like something I want people to learn from my mistakes and from the mistakes of the people that I've been talking to. So starting out in the first place with someone that can shave that 10 years or 5 years or whatever it may be off that learning side is just incredible, and I can't think of a better person to start out with than you when it comes to nutrition and fitness. Like, just in the few sessions that we've had, like, I feel like I've learned so much already. So I think you should check out Charlie Mcging's Fitness. And,
cheers.
Thanks for that, Charlie.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks for having me on, dude.
So cool, man. So cool.
Cheers, man.
Good.
Awesome.
So that was a sweet episode. I love chatting about motivation and how important it is to making progress. I find a lot of creative people struggle with finding motivation when trying to create something on demand. Doing what Charlie talks about here will allow you to make a start, then find motivation in the momentum of positive reinforcement when you start seeing progress in your development. Again, he recommends starting out small, but starting is the most important thing to develop discipline and habits in any skill of any mastery. And hydration. Most people don't acknowledge the importance of drinking a few litres of water every day to increase your focus. Charlie gives us the facts and science behind what's happening when you drink lots of water, and also tips on teas that we can add to further improve our brain's ability. He also shares some great advice on natural supplements, something that I've been experimenting a lot with recently. Reishi mushrooms, ginseng, glucola, all in my current stack, and I'm seeing great improvement in many areas. I'm glad I was able to make this episode. I'm sure there's a lot of things in here to help you improve your energy baseline and give you more ability and focus when it comes to all areas of your life, whether that be in business, work, relationships, or creativity. Be sure to check out more from Charlie at charliemcging.co.uk. Show your support and subscribe in YouTube, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, and in iTunes. I make this content to help creative people in the areas that I've struggled the most in my career. If you feel like you're struggling with yours, or you feel like you've overcome a huge hurdle in your productive performance, then guess what? I'd love to hear about it. So get in touch. Like and follow me on Facebook. Let's have a chat about how we can bring out the best creative in you and in others. Cheers. Bye.